Hey mate, today I will talk to you about gratefulness. I believe that you can have everything, but if you're never grateful for the stuff that you do have, and you're always aspiring for something more, then you will never be at peace and you will probably never be happy. And what I mean by that is, it's fine to want more things. It's fine to aspire something that you're aiming towards, but you gotta pat yourself on the back sometimes and see what you can be grateful for, a lot of us forget that we do have stuff going on for us and life isn't that bad, and I think the reason that we do forget that is, as I have mentioned in a lot of videos before, probably overconsumption of social media, probably trying to compare ourselves to people that are better off than us. But if you're never grateful for the stuff that you have right now, then you will probably be never grateful for the stuff that you do have in the future, And if you always chase a bigger feeling, something more from the external world, then in the end you can achieve all those things, but what was it all for, And grass can always be greener on the other side as well, with comparison, we see people's best moments on social media, the friends around us, people around us, they tell us their best moments, but rarely ever does anybody talk about their struggles. And that's because people are scared to be vulnerable nowadays. And people are scared to put themselves out there like that. So am I, But I think that to be authentic, we need to talk more about the stuff that you're struggling with as well. And in this world there is not a single person who doesn't go through struggles, who doesn't have their own struggles. So if you do compare yourself to someone, then you can always just think that, well, first of all, comparison is a thief of joy, and second of all, you don't know how many hours they put in to get to somewhere where they are right now. You don't know what they had to go through, and everybody truly has their own journey, Anyways, I got this idea because I think that nowadays people are everyone is a bit complaining a bit too much, the house prices, they cost so much, the food, it's expensive, the electricity, it's expensive, everything is expensive, at least in my country. And while that may be true, everything is expensive, then you can just, not be grateful for the fact that it's expensive, but be grateful for the fact that you have the opportunity to gain new skills, to make more money that way, and to have these struggles that you're going through in a way. Because one idea that I have always thought about is that life would be meaningless without struggles, and life would be meaningless without that, life would be meaningless without struggles, because if you're happy all the time, then you can't distinguish the happiness anymore. It just becomes your normal emotion. And the same way with death. If you lived forever or very long, then all these years, all the time that we do have, it would just become meaningless, I personally believe that death is there because it pushes us to become better. It gives us the time frame that we only have this many years in our life, and we only have this much time to accomplish the things that we want to accomplish. And me personally, I don't think that death is a bad thing, but rather death is a bad thing when you forget how to live your life. You're never grateful, you're always unhappy, and then you're very old or on your deathbed, and you realize that it was kind of like worthless to live that way. You never accomplished your dreams, you never tried to do stuff that like would actually make you happy, and that's when death would like be a sad thing, because you never truly lived. But if you actually like lived a good life, then well, yeah, none of us wants to die, that's human nature. But then you would at least like be happy like that you did everything that you wanted to do, and I think that I just don't understand people. I just don't understand the negativity anymore. I don't know, I have kind of like started to think like, why is the negativity even important nowadays? Like, yeah, you can't be optimistic all the time, but I'm just fed up with negativity. Anyway, I got off topic here, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I mean, it's honestly hard to start implementing the gratefulness and start like being like happy for the stuff that you do have, especially if your life is not going the way that you want to, especially if times are tough right now, especially if you're going through like struggles, but if you are and you're finding it hard to be ungrateful, then, or finding it hard to be grateful, then I would just suggest to like take time for yourself, like just chill out. Like maybe you can't take time for yourself, then I don't even know what, then I'm sorry. But if you can, then take time off for yourself and chill out, get rid of the stress, and start to actually be happy living life, Like, other people, you can be an inspiration to other people, and that's what I think we all should strive towards as well. I actually have quite a happy memory. When 2 years ago, when I was in 10th grade, I had gone to the gym for a year at that point, and I made a presentation to my new class and new classmates at that moment, and it was about the gym and my journey, and I inspired like, I believe it was 8 people out of my class to start going to the gym, and that was the greatest feeling that I have ever felt. So I just wanted to put that out there. It was a good memory, cool memory of mine. But yeah, like the same way that like negativity can bring us down, positivity can also inspire others and bring them up, So just try to be an inspiration for others, mate. And yeah, there is always like, don't forget, there is always like more that you can be doing. There is like always like stuff that you could be doing, because there is so much stuff to do in the world. But ask yourself the question that, is it worth doing that stuff? Is it worth the mental and physical strain? Are you getting like that much out of it? Are you like happy about it? And by that I mean like, we all have to work a job to make money. We don't have to like necessarily be the happiest at our job, But if you just work for 8 hours a day and you have the other 8 hours, then make sure that your other 8 hours are filled with like the stuff that makes you happy. For example, my hobbies are like playing the guitar, going to the gym, making these videos, and stuff like that. So, and I like them. And while I go to school every day for 8 hours, I still want to like do my hobbies, and it makes me happy. And I think that life can't be all work and no play, you know. And life can't be all play and no work either, because life at the end of the day is about balance. And you do have to work, and you probably won't enjoy your work as much as you do your hobbies. But if you have something to look forward to, then you can always manage. And that's why I believe that rather than sitting on TikTok or just like rotting away, you can pick up some hobbies for yourself. You know, nowadays I believe that a lot of us like miss hobbies, and that's why we feel so lonely, and like we feel no purpose, you know. It was the same way with me. And now that I visit my grandma every Friday to talk to her, because first of all, in my opinion, she's very wise, because well, she's old and she has like life wisdom. And second of all, so that she doesn't feel like lonely. But she like still says that she feels lonely during the day a lot. But I personally believe it's because she doesn't have hobbies, and I believe that it's the same way for like a lot of us. So pick up some hobbies. Be grateful for the fact that you're even living, you know. If you're depressed, you maybe can't see that it's happy, or it's a happy thing that you're living. But me personally, I believe that every person makes their own happiness after the age of like 18, because before that you live with your parents, you parents control you, they control what you wear, they control what you eat, they shape you up. But after that you can start taking accountability and shaping yourself into the person that you want to be. So you can make your own happiness, and if you're not happy right now, then change something, whatever it is that needs changing, you know. And it's a different thing for each one of us. For me, I was too pressured to go into like a certain career path that like I thought that I wanted to study, but it was rather for money. And now I want to go into a different career study, and I feel a lot more at peace and happy. And I personally believe that mental health problems and depression, that's my personal belief. I think that nowadays it is about the situation that you're in, and if you just manage to change the situation of how you want it to be, and you manage to find your happiness again, then life will get better for you, mate. And it did for me, and I can't say that it might not do that for everyone, because depression is a real sickness and some people truly struggle with it. But that's such a small percentage, I believe, that I think that you can get through it. And yeah, anyway, just don't forget that no matter how much you have, if you're never grateful for what you have right now, then you will never be satisfied. And you know, maybe start a journal where you write down about like the things that you're grateful for. And yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you can like and subscribe, I would appreciate it. And I hope that you have a great rest of your day, evening, night, morning, or whatever time it is for you. See ya.